Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today I'm talking about the fact that your gratitude list. Now this is a bit controversial, but for those who are watching this that need to hear it, your gratitude list is stopping you manifesting. You need to start doing this instead, and I'm going to tell you why. Right, a lot of you guys here who are watching today, you've heard the things. Get a gratitude list, make a gratitude wall, think of all the things you're grateful for. But then no one actually says the truth. Gratitude is meaningless if you're paralyzed by fear. Now, let me just say this though, guys, and I'm going straight into it today. Let me say this. Gratitude is an amazing energy. And it is true. It is a creative energy. It's absolutely brilliant. It's an amazing thing. I love gratitude, but you cannot feel pure gratitude if you're stuck in fear. You must do the stages of relief before you can go to start making your gratitude list. So many people that I work with and I've helped to heal, I've helped them to manifest success in their business. They're there, they come to me, I say, what is your current practice? They're like, well, I wake up every day, I write a gratitude list. I said, how's that going? What's that manifested for you? They're like, nothing. That's why I'm here. Because I've got to tell you guys, it doesn't manifest because you cannot put gratitude on top of fear. I've said this so many times. If you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider like, sharing and subscribing, and comment down below. What do you think about gratitude? Now, in general, I like it, but a lot of people who are living in this day and age, they're confronted with information at every second of the day. It's an overwhelming time of life to be in. It's hard to escape the bombardment of information. Adding gratitude on top of that intensity is not going to do it. What you need to do is find peace. Now, I've said this till I'm blue in the face, and I'll say it again. The most inspiring person to in the spiritual world that we aspire to is Jesus Christ, right? And he wasn't called the Prince of Gratitude. He was called the Prince of Peace. Okay, go check in your Bibles. The other thing that I'm going to say to you is that what you need to understand is that when Jesus helped heal that woman who touched him, she didn't say your gratitude has made you whole. He said your faith has made you whole. Let me explain why. I'm not trying to badmouth gratitude. I love it, but it's just not the first solution. I'm trying to tell you the way that you can create peace and faith. If you can go to those two things, you are going to find your manifestation. You're going to actually heal. You're going to create. Okay? What that tends to happen with gratitude and gratitude lists is it actually becomes toxic because you're going, oh, I'm so grateful for that freckle on my wife's face because I can't think of anything else. I'm so grateful that the sun's shining today. But it's like, if you feel like rubbish, the sun shining doesn't really mean a lot. What I've noticed since making surrender, letting go and peace the most important thing in my life, I've noticed that actually I love the blue skies. I can see the green in the trees. A lot of people after doing meditation with me, colours are brighter. Now, am I saying that my way is the only correct way? No, I'm just speaking from my experience and experience of clients. If you love gratitude lists, I want you to love gratitude lists. If it works for you, then that's amazing. But many, many people out there have constantly been told you must feel more grateful. And they start to feel bad. They're like, I feel rubbish though. But they're like, but you should wake up. You have a life to live. Yes, life is a beautiful gift. Life is a beautiful gift, but what you should really be working on is mastering your emotions, becoming the master of your energy. When you are feeling out of alignment, you're going to feel tensions, sensations in the chest and throat, the stomach. You can feel heat. You can feel heaviness on the shoulders. You're going to feel tension in the head, top of the head. Doesn't matter where it shows. Just go to that tension. Just be willing to watch that tension. Train your body to relax by just breathing very deeply, letting the muscles relax and get very at ease and at peace. I'm going to tell you from there that energy cannot exist in your body anymore. It's going to leave. You're going to find a deep sense of inner peace. From there, what happens when you train your body like this, and I live this way, is you start to be able to find clarity. You start to be able to find clarity and ease. It's easier to focus on one thing. It's easier to focus somewhere. So now, when I found that peace, I do start to naturally feel gratitude, but when I'm claiming God is a true source of my supply and I'm trying to grow in faith, I'm a lot calmer, and it's easier for me to maintain a focus for a prolonged period of time, and I start to see the reflection of the manifestation in my life. What does that do for me? It starts to make me grow in faith. I start to absolutely effortlessly grow in faith. So now I've got peace and faith. From here, I will start to manifest wonders, and you will too. So make sure you apply this. Then the gratitude of my absolutely stunning wife and my beautiful children. I feel so effortless to feel that gratitude. I don't even need a gratitude list because my heart is constantly swelling with love and appreciation for what's going on. Why? Because I found inner peace. Because I teach, and you will do this, you start to face your emotions rather than try and get them away by feeling grateful. There was one quote by Tony Robbins, and I absolutely, unequivocally disagree with it. He said, you can't feel fear if you're grateful. I mean, it's like, well, great, then what shall I do then? He's like, so just be grateful. And it's like, well, that's fantastic when you've got an own private island and you're $1 billion company. But here I am with £10 left in the bank, barely able to pay my rent. My illnesses are flaring up. My gout is going, you name it. What do you feel grateful for in that time? There isn't a lot to find that's grateful. And it actually starts to make you feel worse. So my thing is notice your problems. Notice how they're making you feel, more importantly. Be willing to sit and observe that feeling as the observer. Relax your body completely by deep breathing. You're going to start to feel some level of relief. That's all we're aiming for, is relief. From there, you're creating space. Put a new idea in that space. Okay, now you're starting to change. So give it a few weeks. Give it 6 weeks to 3 months to 6 months. This is how I teach my clients, and their lives are transforming in front of them because they're no longer feeling guilt, shame, or anything because they're not grateful. They just aim for peace. 99% of my clients right now are grateful because they can actually see the world for what it is: beautiful, harmonious, easy, joyous, loving, because they're no longer trying to force gratitude on top of themselves. They now allow it to flourish naturally from the garden bed of peace. That's where it flowers from, my friends. So if you needed to hear this today, comment down below. If you love what I've got to say, I speak more on these wonderful topics, and YouTube right now is recommending a video to you now. Go check it out, and I'll see you there. Thanks so much, guys, for watching today. I have been Michael, and if you are looking for that extra support, come reach out at rebornwithmichael.com, and I'll see you there. Take care, guys.